than ever. I remember growing up in Washington Heights, New York City, as a child who had just come from Dominican Republic. Any Dominicans in the house? Beautiful. Felicidades. My mother was a single parent. My mom didn't even finish 3rd grade elementary school. But she gave us everything. You see, she believed in education. And she would always tell me, when I die, I'm not gonna leave you anything. I won't have anything to leave you. But you have to get an education. And she believed in the power of language. I was often the translator at medical appointments. How many of you have done that? Raise your hand. At the store, in school, at a social service office, I realized quickly the language could empower or exclude. It could build or destroy. Those early experiences shaped everything I am today. This is where I come from. Now, as a delegate representing Prince George's and Anne Arundel counties, I chair the Health and Government Operations Committee, and I advocate every day for those voices that have historically been left out in the room. I make sure that people are at the table, because you must be at the table. If you're not at the table, you become what? The meal. All right? It is true. I fight for policies that make healthcare more accessible, that protect immigrants from unjust treatment, and ensure students like all of you have the support to thrive, to make it. And I can tell you with certainty, this state, this country, right now, needs you. It needs you more than ever. Yes. Necesitamos líderes multilingües y multiculturales que no teman alzar su voz, que comprendan que nuestro mundo es complejo y que crean que la democracia es más fuerte cuando más personas participan. Necesitamos graduados que no solo puedan leer textos en varios idiomas, sino que también comprendan el mundo con claridad y compasión. Eso es importante. So here's my charge to you. Don't stop now. Carry this education into your communities. Use your voice, your knowledge, your perspective. Whether you become a teacher, a diplomat, a writer, an interpreter, an activist, or some combination of all those things, your work matters. You can make a difference. You have to be intentional. You have to be unapologetic. Keep choosing to show up. Keep choosing courage. Keep choosing to make a difference. When you get up in the morning, ask yourself, what is my day going to look like? What am I going to do today? How can I make a difference today? Because it matters. Celebrate today, but know that your journey is just the beginning. This is the beginning. Remember this feeling that you have today. Don't forget it. Remember those that are here today supporting you. Don't forget it. Remember your purpose. Don't forget it. And know that you're not alone. That you have those that love you, that support you. Okay? Yes. And life is not easy, but it's worth living because you can make a difference. You see, you are a part of a vibrant, a global community that believes that the world is better when we can communicate, when we can use language, right? When we understand each other. But most importantly, when we have empathy, when we have compassion, and when we choose the time to understand each other's culture with no judgment. That is important. So congratulations to the class of 2025. The world is waiting for you. It is beautiful. You can make it anything you want it to be. And I can't wait to see what you do, because I know you can. Felicidades, adelantes, congratulations. Thank you so much for having me.
This is the kind of a speech that we needed today, wasn't it? to remind us that there's some hope. So now the moment has arrived for the presentation of graduates. I thank you, Squire Jocelyn Peña-Melnick. Thank you so much for sharing your story and for sharing your sense of purpose and hope for the new generations to come. And you're here now. So students, it is your turn. You ready? Let's begin. And we're gonna start with the numerous, most abundant department, which is the Spanish and Portuguese. So the candidates in Spanish, can you please, rise and form a line over here at this, right at the entrance of the stage, all the way to the stairway. And we're going to start with the PhD students, the MA, and then the BAs. So stand right here. And Vicky, Nettie, go, continue, Silvia. Okay. All right, I'm going to call Dr. Elisa Gironzetti, Manel Lacorte, Chris Lewis, and Mel Penrose, and myself here to present, the candidates. Come on, all of you. I have to say something. Professor Lacorte had a little car accident. He's all right on his way over here, so that's why I cannot find him anywhere now. Maybe he thought he would make it on time, so I'm here to say to you, hola mi gente, felicidades. El profesor Lacorte les manda muchos saludos y muchas felicidades. Y es un honor para nosotros que ustedes estén aquí. Es un placer haber visto sus caritas en todos estos años en las clases. No, we love you. Stay in touch. And we're going to start now this student.
Good afternoon. I'm Mel Penrose. I'm the Director of Graduate Studies for SPAP. That's the Department of Spanish and Portuguese. And I have the pleasure and the joy of informing you that we have 5 graduate students that we are graduating today. 4 are PhD students, and 1 is a master's student. We have 3 PhD students who are walking, Neri Gonzalez, Vicky Herrera Arbay, and Gregoire Yobara, and 1 master's student who is Ana Lucia Cuevas Albarran. I have advised them over several years, some of them, and I can tell you that all of them are highly talented, wonderful people, and they're going to make their mark on the world very soon. I'm going to hand the baton back over to Dr. Eda Meredith.
I'm here again because I have to hoot 2 students on behalf of 2 of my colleagues who are attending the Latin American Studies Association conference in San Francisco, California. So, first, please, Vicky. And these are the words of my colleague, Professor Laura de Maria. Stand right there. We're all aware of the many sacrifices achieving any degree involves, but pursuing a PhD is a different beast. One needs to commit, one needs to persist, and to overcome our own doubts and be ready to face the white page. Pursuing a PhD in a different country is even more difficult, as one must leave behind what one knows, family, friends, sometimes even the language, to start again from scratch. And now, I mean right now, to pursue a PhD in the humanities implies the realization that our expertise might not be fully valued and that it will be hard to find a job. Nevertheless, our students persist, betting on the value of reading, on the need to continue writing, on the importance of having a critical mind able to question everything they see, they hear, they touch. Maria Victoria Herrera Arbay is no exception, but let me include also here Neri Gonzalez and Greg Yubara. And I see also Jackson Monson, who refused to be down here, but he's also a photographer and just got his PhD. all of them, and the many grad students who are in the pipeline still working towards their PhD have done precisely that. They embrace reading and writing and teaching as a way of life. It has been my pleasure to accompany Vicky in this endeavor and see her grow. Her dissertation provides new and original readings on the work of 6 important Latin American women writers. I wish I could be there today to finish together this last rite of passage. Hooting a grad student is more than a simple ritual during graduation. It is, in my opinion, a way of asserting a continuation, although in a different capacity. From now on, Vicky, we are colleagues, and as such, we are tied together beyond Maryland and the program. Vicky, querida, lo mejor es para vos, y eso lo mejor está por empezar. So the best is yet to come, but if you wanted to really learn Spanish, we're here for you. These are the words of my colleague, Dr. Ana Patricia Rodriguez. Ready? For the last few years, I have had the honor to advise and mentor Ligia Neriana González Michelena through her completion of her cutting-edge dissertation titled Walking Dead in the Digital Age, Necropolitics and the Migrant Testimonies on TikTok, 2021-2024. She is a transnational and interdisciplinary scholar with a broad base of knowledge. She received her bachelor's degree in sociology from the Universidad Central de Venezuela in 2015, completed a certificate in digital humanities in the College of Arts and Humanities at the University of Maryland in 2023, and will be among the very first specialists in digital narratives of migrants in transit from Venezuela, Nicaragua, and Cuba, as she graduates today with a PhD in Spanish language and literature from SLC. While at UMD, she has been an exemplary member of the SLC team at every level. She is the recipient of several fellowships, including the Anne Wiley Dissertation Fellowship, which supported her work. Beyond the university, she works at the Humanitarian Action Foundation and SAMU First Response Center in Washington, D.C. Her work with SAMU not only informs her dissertation, but also provides important on-the-ground assistance to asylum seekers. As she goes forth in these uncertain times, we wish her safe passage and remind her that she will always have a home in SPAP and in our hearts. Congratulations, Neri, and I should add that Venezuela sent us their best people. Dr. Penrose?
Since 2022, it has been my honor to teach, advise, and mentor Gregoire Ybarra. Just a few days ago, he successfully defended his dissertation titled En la Encrucijada, Arboleda de los Enfermos y Deaf Studies, at the Crossroads, Grove of the Infirm and Deaf Studies. This original book-length work focuses on Teresa de Cartagena, a 15th century nun who became deaf at the age of 30. She is considered one of the first female writers in the Spanish-speaking world. Gregoire makes her relevant in the 21st century by examining the connection between her work, disability studies, and deaf studies, arguing that deafness can be explored from the perspective of gain, as in deaf gain, rather than deficiency. Gregoire completed his PhD while holding down a full-time position at Gallaudet University and caring for his young family. Congratulations, Gregoire. Now on to the master's level. Ana Lucia Cuevas joined the Hispanic Applied Linguistics track of the Master's in Spanish 2 years ago. She was awarded a Fulbright Scholarship, and her MA thesis, which she completed under the directorship of Dr. Elisa Gironzetti, raise your hand, is titled Construcción de Ideologías Lingüísticas sobre Bilingüismo en Redes Sociales, un análisis multimodal de videos de TikTok, the construction of language ideologies about bilingualism in social networks, a multimodal analysis of TikTok videos. We are very proud of her and also very happy because she will not leave UMD. We've arranged that. As next semester, she will start her PhD at the College of Education. Felicidades, Ana Lucia.
Dr. Chris Lewis.
Vamos, mi gente. We're going to go quick. So every year we say that we've got a great group of students. This year, it's categorically better. We have never had a generation of students graduating where so many students are receiving top honors. Are double degree receiving students, meaning they did 2 bachelor's degrees in 4 years instead of just 1. We've never had so many double majors. We have never had so many honors recipients as we have this year. More students have studied abroad. More students have participated in our extracurricular activities. We have never had a group who has accomplished as much in their 4 years with us as this group we have today. Starting out, we have, Soribel Almonte Ortiz. Not only does Soribel do Spanish and English, she also lived in the language house and did Italian here at UMD. She is a first-generation student pursuing a paralegal profession. Soribel. Lauren Carter. Lauren Carter getting her degree in Spanish, studied abroad in fall 2024, lived in the language house in 2025, and is going to be participating in the NALCAP program teaching in Spain. Way to go, Lauren. Astrid Corcoran studied abroad with us in Spain 2024, made the Dean's List, is going to graduate school at William Peterson University to become a bilingual speech-language pathologist. Maya Erd is a dual degree recipient in government and politics and Spanish, and she joined us in Cuba on our study abroad program. Maya. Vicky Guevara, double major, Spanish and secondary education in world languages. Mother of 2, first generation recipient in her family, setting the bar high for those kids. This is after coming back, after having a career of 20 years, and came back to finish with us. Vicky is special. We're sorry to see her go. Alexa Figueroa, double major, journalism and Spanish. Part of the language house, was the mentor of the Spanish cluster, also the C.D. Moat Jr. Incentive Awards Program Scholar. Plans to work directly after college. She did not put this here. Alexa also single-handedly brought back La Voz Latina, which was the Spanish bilingual newspaper here at UMD. If you have not seen a copy of their special graduation edition, you can pick them up in Jimenez Hall before you leave today. It's not to be missed. Alexa. Valentina. Valentina Kulish moved to the United States when she was 13, knowing zero English. Received awards for outstanding academic performance in the spring of 2024 semester, put her on the Dean's List. Outstanding academic performance in the fall of 2024, on the Dean's List again. Was awarded the Arhue Bridge Scholarship, as well as a Foxworthy Do Good Fall 2024 Internship Scholarship. There you go, Valentina. Delmi Morales Alvarez. I should have mentioned before, Delmi and Alexa were the two recipients of our outstanding student Spanish majors this year. Not only did Delmi win that award, but she's also a double major with world languages and Spanish. She's going to be a teacher. But more importantly, she's a mother of 3. She's the first person in her family to earn a university degree. She is a state of Maryland teacher of promise, and she is graduating today, summa cum laude. Come on up. Adriana Morin. Over here. Yeah, so they can see you, not me. Okay. Adriana Morin, to start out, would like to thank her parents, Vanessa Morin and Juan Quevedo, for their endless love, support, and sacrifices. This achievement is just as much theirs as it is Adriana's. She completed the honors program, receiving high honors, earning a double degree with a Bachelor's of Science and a Bachelor's of Arts. She's a member of Sigma Delta Pi, the Honor Society. Her thesis was titled Influencia de las barreras lingüísticas y estilos de comunicación en la percepción del cuidado médico en la comunidad latina en Estados Unidos. She is launching her own LLC upon graduation that will be offering a range of services to support the Hispanic community in the area. Translation, notary services, all kinds of things. We're expecting great things from Adriana. Natalie Portillo. Yeah. Major in Spanish language, cultures, and professional contexts with a minor in health, humanities, and medicine. She is pursuing a medical interpreter profession that we are in great need of. She's a first-generation student. We'd like to thank God for his help and strength and everyone who always supported her as well. Maritza. Okay. Maritza Quintanilla Chacon. Latin American literature, culture, and media. First generation student, again, was awarded the Academic Excellence Award by OMSE and plans on pursuing a job as a Spanish teacher and later in life pursuing a master's in education. So, Mariu Reyes. Double major in secondary education, world languages, and Spanish. He's going to go to be a teacher. Mariu. Some of our graduates were done with homework and did not fill their cards out very much. Haley. Yes. Haley Scheinberg, double degree in communications and Spanish. Studied abroad in summer 2024 with us in Salamanca and Barcelona, made the Dean's List. Haley does not know what she wants to do yet. So if anyone is looking to hire an amazing double major in double degree in communications and Spanish, Haley would love to talk to you after the ceremony. Vanessa Springer. Vanessa tiene familia aquí, así que vamos a hablar en español para ellos. Tiene doble carrera en criminología y la justicia criminal y español. y va a participar en el programa de NALCAP enseñando inglés y trabajando en España. Felicidades, Vanessa. Nazli Tajadini, dual degree, psychology and Spanish, is the recipient of the David and Mary Magruder Foreign Language Scholarship. He's taking a gap year to work, and then will be applying to grad school for clinical mental health counseling. Naz has also been a fundamental member of our department, helping bring back the Spanish club and participating in just an infinite number of activities and helping out. All of us that have had her in class have loved her. Thank you, Naz. Okay, we're gonna get this right. Okay. Amina Talajawala. No, I did it wrong. Okay, come here, let's do it right. We're gonna do it right.
Amina
Amina
Talajawala.
Talajawala. I knew that. I don't know why I did that.
It's
I got nervous. Okay. It shouldn't. I'll do better next time, I promise. Another double degree with government and politics in Spanish. Future plans. Amina hopes to go to law school, specializing in immigration and constitutional law. Thank you. Carla. Carla Torres. Yeah. Language, cultures, and professional contexts, a minor in business, is pursuing an interpreting and translation profession, and is also a first-generation student with us today. Okay. Lauren Miley Turk. Double degree, Spanish and kinesiology. Studied abroad in summer of 2024 in Salamanca and Barcelona, is a Dean's List recipient, and will be attending the Maryland Masters of Science and Nursing program in the fall of 2025. She had schools fighting over her to get her into their master's program. Anjali, come on up. Oh. Anjali was great. We loved having her in class. She was just done with homework and refused to do another assignment.
Ask me to say some words on my behalf. She knows I'm a hard worker.
Oh, we know Anjali was a wonderfully hard worker. Lived in the language house? No? No, you didn't. Yeah, you're right. My bad. Oh, whatever. You did lots. She hopes to have a job. Serena, come on up. Serena. I'm good. Okay, go get your picture taken. See? Claro. Okay. Serena quiere agradecer a sus padres antes que nada por su apoyo y su tiempo aquí. Tiene su carrera en español. Era un asistente de investigación del Instituto de Comida y Seguridad. Muy bien. En el futuro, tiene planes para recibir su maestría en educación en el diseño de currículum e instrucción. Muy bien, Serena. Thank you, graduates. You were great.
Okay, so wow, that was long, but that's okay. Now, I would like the candidates in second language acquisition to rise and form a line here at the stage. Come up a little bit. And I'm going to call Dr. Bronson Hui and Ekaterina Sudina, who will present the candidates.
The second language acquisition program is graduating a total of 8 graduate students today, including 5 PhD students and 3 MA students. So my name is, I should have started with this. My name is Bronson Hui. The first candidate on behalf of the faculty, I would like to present Dr. Fatima Monetero. She studies In her dissertation research, she studies simulated real-life tasks as a tool to investigate the extrapolation influence of language assessment for professional purposes. She's also the recipient of the 2025 TOEFL grant for doctoral research in language assessment. She will also be working as a Spanish teacher at St. Patrick's Episcopal Day School in Washington, D.C. Congratulations, Dr. Fatima Pareto. Next, we have Dr. Catherine Maria Pulupa. She investigated in her dissertation research the moderating effects of difficulty on individual differences predictions of intensive second language proficiency attainment. She is going to continue to carry out research and work as a senior performance measurement specialist at the Department of State Foreign Service Institute. I should also add that she has a full-time job and she has a small boy, so it's not easy to go through. Girl, a small girl. 3, right? Yeah. So it's not easy, so it's very impressive. Congratulations, Dr. Pulupa.
Hello, my name is Ekaterina Sudina, and I'm going to present our master's graduates in second language acquisition. And the first one is Raneem Al-Jahani, and she defended her master's thesis under the supervision of Dr. Nanjan, and it was titled Orthographic Effects in Alto-Arabic Word Processing, a priming study. Raneem is a wonderful student, and she's looking forward to working in the education sector in her home country in Saudi Arabia. Congratulations. And now I'm happy to present Emma Russell, and she's excited to continue her work as a translator for the Department of Defense in Chinese and Korean. And I hope that one day she'll come back for a PhD.
I would like to clarify that Fatima Montero got such a warm reception there with so many people because she worked in the Spanish department and also at the dean's office. It's not that we're playing favorite. It's like too many people had to basically, be in contact with her and be, with her and benefit from her work. So that's why we were all there. So now I would like the candidates in Russian, please, to rise and form a line here at this, and I'm going to call Dr. Michael Lavery and Dr. Elizabeth Papazian to present the candidates.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me okay? Yeah. Well, it's my sincere pleasure to welcome our Russian graduates. My name is Michael Lavery. I'm an assistant, not yet, assistant professor of Russian at UMD. It's a bittersweet moment because I've gotten to know these two over the last year, with one of them over the last 2 years, and I'm going to be very sad to say goodbye to them. They've both worked very hard in a difficult time to be studying Russian, as you might guess, and I want to give them a good welcome. So first, I'd like to welcome to the stage Samuel Ingersoll. Samuel is just a star student. He's actually a double major in Russian and history. I can list a number of his achievements. He won the Maya Brin Scholarship for Cultural Competency in Russian. This is an award our department gives. He studied abroad last summer in Armenia on the Gilman Scholarship. This guy just loves scholarships. This summer, he's going to be in Kyrgyzstan studying Russian through the Critical Languages Scholarship. So this is a great achievement. I'm so happy to see him here. All right, and last but not least, I'd like to welcome Andre McGowan. Andre, I'll just use his Russian name. He's a two-time recipient of the MGM National Veterans Endowed Scholarship. He's also a recipient of the Maya Brin Scholarship for Cultural Competency in Russian. He's a member of the Dobroslovo National Slavic Honor Society, as was Sam, I should have mentioned. And Andre plans to return to the United States Marine Corps and commission as an infantry officer. I'd also like to mention, hope he doesn't mind, he just got engaged to an alumna of our program as well. So it was a lot to congratulate him for.
But who can beat that? The Russians do matching and everything. Before we go on, we want to say a few words about somebody who's not here.
So I want to acknowledge that it's been a very difficult year for the Russian students for us faculty members and all of us in the School of Languages, Literatures, and Cultures, because in the month of December, we very tragically lost a longtime and beloved Russian professor, Dr. Cindy Martin, and I'm thinking about her very much today because she absolutely loved graduation. She loved saying words about all of her students, and she always lit up the stage. So we're thinking of you, Cindy, whatever you're doing, wherever you are, and we really miss you. And congratulations, and for the students, to their fortitude, among other things, and to my Russian colleagues who picked up and ran with a very difficult situation.
Yep. It's the first graduation without Cindy, indeed. Would like the candidates in Romance languages, please, to rise and come all the way up to the top of the stairs, and I will call Dr. Hannah Wegman to present the candidates.
I am Hannah Wegman, and I'm the French advisor, and I also do the Romance languages advising, but we're kind of going to tag team it today because our Romance languages students do 2 of the 3 Romance languages, and both of the ones that we have today are French and Spanish. So Chris and I have fought over who gets to be in the photo and who gets to read the names. Were you going to start? Oh, you. So he's going to start, but the Romance language students are so special. They get forgotten sometimes with all the other majors, but they are unique in that they belong in multiple programs and get a really unique and nuanced view of how these languages work together. So we love you all.
Oh, she does it different. Okay. That's yes. Okay. Vanessa Ben-Aimé. Ben-Aimé. Double degree, Romance languages and government politics. Yeah. The recipient of the Valerie Van Mock Chowdhury Romance Language Scholarship. Recipient of the Anna Barch Dune Language House Scholarship. Recipient of the 2024 Are You Ready Unpaid Internship Scholarship. The recipient of the Spring 2025 Sustainability Internship Scholarship. Participated in the Winter 2024 Cuba Study Abroad program with me. participated in the Language House from 2022 to 2023, and will continue with the +1 Master of Arts and International Relations program here at UMD. Nice job, Vanessa.
Then I'm going to boot him out so that I can announce Alex. Alex Romero is a Romance Languages major, and she has some really special guests in the audience today, her husband and her family. She is a member of the Spanish Honor Society and Pi Delta Phi, the French Honor Society, and she is currently working with the university full-time in the engineering department. So not only does she know languages, but science, engineering as well. And is just a delightful student. So congrats, Alex.
I would like the candidates in Persian, please, to form a line over here and come all the way to the top of the stairs. And I will call Dr. Nahal Akbari and Dr. Fatemeh Keshavarz Karamustafa to present the candidates.
Well, it's a wonderful opportunity to introduce our wonderful graduates for this year. Like many other students, they haven't really written very much here, but we know them. I have actually personally heard them give very complex lectures of their research done fully in Persian and presenting it in Persian orally. At a time when, maybe similar to Russian, it is difficult to be studying Persian, particularly dealing with a culture that's often presented in a truncated fashion, often just limited to politics, whereas there is, in fact, a huge, vibrant culture behind that. So it's amazing to have them do that. So here we have Sayed Azan. Sayed, congratulations. So Sayed is a double major in government and politics as well as Persian. Made it to the dean list. She hasn't written it here. He hasn't written it here, but I know. And he spent a winter in Smith trip in the Smith School of Business in Dubai, working on global markets. And he plans to go to graduate school. Congratulations. Then we have Noah here, Noah Hibler. He also finished a 5-year program in Persian. Actually, I should have said about Azan that he's also a recipient of the flagship scholarship. So he did the 5 years of, including a year that's full immersion. Noah did the 5-year program too, and is going to be pursuing a master's degree of library and information science at the University of Maryland. Congratulations, Noah. And we have here Savannah Johnson. I've had the pleasure of having her in my own class, an amazing student, another recipient on the dean's list, and summa cum laude, please. Savannah also received a flagship scholarship, did a full 5 year, including the immersion and she is amazing in his command of Persian, study of the various related topics. You did amazing, Savannah. Congratulations. She's lived in a language house and is graduating with honors and is intending to apply on Fulbright and the Cambridge Gates Scholarship. I know we will see you beyond that in graduate school, even though you haven't done that.
Do we have any Japanese candidates in the house? Yes, you arrived, great. Okay, so I call the Japanese candidate to join us up here, and I call Dr. Charlie Besila and Marilyn Matar, who will present the candidate.
Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Marilyn Matar, and I'm going to introduce Jayla. Although I'm not her professor in Japanese, I got the pleasure to know her as the director of the Language House, where she stayed since fall 2023. Jayla has a double major in psychology and in Japanese, and she wants us to know that she'll be pursuing her master's in clinical psychology next year and will be getting her N2 for the JLPT next year too. She'll be a mental health worker at Sheppard Pratt, one of the largest mental health institutions in Maryland, and volunteer for the mental health crisis text line, and she'll be getting her N2 for JLPT next year. You already said it, but I said it twice. So congratulations, Jayla.
I would like the candidates in German to please rise and form a line over here all the way up to the top of the thing. And I would like to call Dr. Josh Alviso, Dr. Hester Baer, and Dr. Julie Kosser to the podium here.
Hello, my name is Hester Baer. I'm a professor in German studies, and it is my honor to present our candidate for a master's degree in German, Magnus S. Jensen, and a shout out to people live streaming in Denmark. It was my great privilege and honest joy to advise Magnus's master's thesis, a very timely, brilliantly argued and very well written thesis, Queering the Timeline, Imagining Queer Futures from Weimar Germany to 21st Century Switzerland. Magnus was part of the National German Honor Society, the American Association of Teachers of German Sustainable Networking Program. He served as the German Cluster Mentor and as a tutor in the Language Partner Program, and he also won the SLC Outstanding TA Award. Magnus will be working as a German instructor at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County after graduation, and he'd like to send a huge thank you to faculty and staff at UMD and to his family and friends, both in Denmark and the United States. Congratulations and herzlichen Glückwunsch, Magnus.
Hello, I'm Dr. Josh Alviso, Assistant Professor of German and Director of Undergraduate Studies in the Department of German Studies. And it's my great honor to introduce our two undergraduates. We also had our one MA candidate. And if you look at the program, you'll notice that we had 3 out of 3 attend tonight. So that's 100%. Go, Germany. Wir sind klein, aber fein. So it's first, my honor is to introduce Penelope Newcomb. She graduates with a BA in German Studies and a BS in Information Science. She studied abroad in Lüneburg, Germany, and participated in the German cluster in the Language House. And in August, after graduating, she'll be starting work at PricewaterhouseCoopers as a cloud and digital consultant. Congratulations. And secondly and finally, it's my pleasure to introduce Sam O'Brien. He graduates a double major with us in German and in the Department of English. And after graduation, he's going to graduate school here at UMD in the START program. That's the Security and Terrorism Studies. And I should also mention that white sash he's wearing there, he gets to wear because he was a star wrestler on the wrestling team. Go Terps!
All right, I would like the candidates in French, please, to rise and form a line all the way up here. And I would like to call Dr. Hervé Thomas-Kempen, Dr. Caroline Eads, Dr. Andrea Frisch, and Marilyn Matar, and Dr. Mary Sculling, and Dr. Hannah Weckman, all of them to present the candidates.
Everybody ready? Hi, I'm Andrea Frisch. I am the Director of Graduate Studies in the French program. We have 2 PhD students graduating and 1 master's student. One of our PhD students cannot be here or isn't here, Charlotte Joublot-Ferré. She did what we call a co-tutelle, a PhD degree from a French university and UMD. And what that usually involves for us is getting a degree in French bureaucracy because there are 8 or 9 members of the committee. Anyway, it was a huge achievement to write the dissertation and then to organize the defense and the degree. So we congratulate Charlotte. I don't know if she's tuning in from France, but bravo, Charlotte. Our second doctoral candidate is a student of Mel Scullin, who I invite to the microphone.
I am beyond thrilled to hood Tevi in a minute. Tevi Dean wrote her dissertation on heritage speakers and learners of French at the tertiary level, curricula implications. So there are a lot of work done in heritage speakers in Spanish. Practically nothing has been done in French, so Tevi broke some new ground. She's also a phenomenal teacher. She won the SLLC Outstanding Teacher Award in 2022-23 and an Outstanding Graduate Assistant Award from the university in 2023-24. And so it's probably no surprise that come August 1, she will be joining the faculty in the Department of French and Francophone Studies at Georgetown University as an assistant teaching professor.
It is now my great pleasure to introduce our graduating master's student, Lauriane Laufman. Lauriane was a professional cellist. She had a long career as a professional cellist, played with the Montreal Symphony. And when she retired from playing in the symphony, she still taught, or still teaches, in fact, she decided she was going to get a master's degree in French. And so she began in 2020, was it? During the pandemic, she learned how to use Zoom, sort of, a new skill. And she took 1 course per semester, and petit à petit, as we say, she finished her master's degree at at the ripe old age of I won't say. But Lorian worked very, very hard on a 16th century poet dear to my heart, and we just are so proud of her for finishing this degree. Congratulations, Lorian.
I'm back. It's so exciting to get to announce these amazing French students, and sometimes I say things like, oh, it's the best group of seniors we've ever had, but this year I really mean it, and I am really genuinely sad to see these amazing students leave, because when I tell people that I really love my job, it is because of them, and these are the first students that I had in person. When my first year we were virtual, but since they all started around 2021-ish, they've been in person, and so I feel extra sad about them leaving. Noah Chase Porchner is an exceptional student in the French Language and Literature program. He has lived in the French cluster. He also studied in Maryland and Nice, and he will be joining the Peace Corps in Francophone Benin, working in the education sector. Jessica Johnson is a French major with a minor in international development and conflict management. She also participated in Maryland and Nice Study Abroad and is part of the Pi Delta Phi French Honorary. And she is hoping to get a full-time job where she will use her language skills and government in politics. Bridget Collins is a French and Spanish major. She also studied abroad in Nice in 2023, is a member of Pi Delta Phi French Honorary, and she is going to be working in the NALCAP program, teaching English. In Spain, right? Yes, Spain. I was like, this is not the French program. So she is a polyglot, and we'll be using that in Europe. Thank you. Angie Chavez is a French and Communication double degree. She has been on the Dean's List every semester of undergrad. She'll be staying at UMD to do the +1 grad program, studying marketing analytics with an expected graduation of May 2026. And she would like to thank her family for supporting her, but really, I would like to thank her family for sending her here, because Angie is a student that is notorious among all the faculty for making teaching a joy. Ashley Hill is a French major, and she did not start out that way, but we begged her to become one because we wanted to keep having her in class. She is also our outstanding senior this year. That's why she has that big, heavy medal. And she would like to thank the French department for allowing her to meet some of her best friends at Maryland. Elise McCall, who is getting a BA in French Language and Literature and a BS in Neurology and Physiology. And she should also have a degree of just being in my office a lot. I think Elise has come and hung out in my office more than anyone, and I love it. She wants to thank her family for their unwavering support and encouragement, for her friends, for her faculty. Not only has she been in my office a lot, also Dr. Matar. She's thankful for the opportunities, guidance, and community that have enriched her experience. She is the founder and president of Lambda Pi Delta, the first nationwide French professional fraternity, a member of the French Honor Society. She studied abroad at Nice, has spent 2 semesters in the Language House, and last year she won the prestigious American Association of Teacher of French Walter Jensen Scholarship recipient. And In keeping in line with her interests in both French and science, this summer she'll be working for the Lycée Français in Chicago, teaching French, and after that she'll be joining the National Institutes of Health doing ultra-rare vascular research. Ariel Hamarash is getting a BA in French language and literature and English language and literature, and she will be taking to the skies as a flight attendant with American Airlines. She also studied abroad at Nice and is an accomplished ballroom dancer, right? Yes, ballroom dancer. So, thank you, Ariel. Eleanor Kaminsky is a French language and literature, culture, and linguistics double major. She studied abroad in both Montpellier and Nice, our two study abroad programs, and she has participated in the Language Partner Program. She is hoping to be teaching, no, you are teaching English abroad with TAPIF next year, and she has also worked in the study abroad office while she has been on campus. Another Ariel, we have two, Scheinberg, who will be getting a dual degree in French and journalism, philosophy, politics, and economics. She also participated in Maryland and Nice and received the Excellence in Intermediate French Award in 2022, is on the Dean's List, and she is aiming to work in editorial and think tanks that focus on international politics with the end goal of eventually living in Paris, a very good end goal. Melody Simmons is a, she is very popular. Melody Simmons is a French and chemical engineering double degree. She is a Banneker Key Scholar. She did Maryland and Nice study abroad. She will be working as a process engineer at a sustainable chemicals company and is excited to travel worldwide and put her French language skills to use. Oh, and take Madison Dupree is, as you can see, a student athlete in track and field and an exceptional French student. She aims to work as a diplomat at the Belgian embassy in DC, and she is also on the Dean's List on top of all of that.
All right, almost there. I would like the candidates in Cinema and Media Studies, please, to rise and form a line over here all the way up to the top of the stairs. And I will call to the podium Dr. Hester Baer, Dr. Caroline Eads, and Dr. Elizabeth Papazian to present the candidates.
All right. Well, good afternoon. I'm Caroline Eads, the head of the Cinema and Media Studies program, and I'm absolutely delighted to welcome a long line of very talented graduates this year. Let me start with Alexa Young, who is majoring in Cinema and Media Studies and in bioengineering. She would like to thank her amazing parents for their unwavering support, without which she wouldn't be here today. She's very grateful and forever indebted to them. She would also like to thank her wonderful professors and friends for making her time here at UMD so special. Thank you and congratulations. Please go ahead. Tilai Lehone is a major in Cinema and Media Studies. He went to Rome and the Maryland and Rome Study Abroad program and made the Dean's List several times. He has a job, he looks for a job, he wrote job. Okay, congratulations. Emma Stubbs, majoring in cinema and media studies, and she wants to work in film archives, starting with being admitted to a graduate program in film archives, if I'm not mistaken, to study. In grad school, yes. Okay, congratulations. So Emma is going to graduate school. Congratulations. Well, Isabella Powell doesn't have much to say, but she's very happy to have a degree in cinema, in media studies, and continue enjoying her contribution to the field. Shabria Griffin, also her major in cinema and media studies. She wants to work as a production assistant for movie studios. That's a good idea. To build her photography brand and social media presence, to make films, to network, to travel. We'll hear about Shabria very soon. Congratulations. Clark DeIra, so is receiving her degree in cinema and media studies and is the first generation college graduate in her family. Congratulations. Juan Carlo Marin is getting his BA in cinema and media studies and is very happy about it. And is looking for the future. You are indeed? Okay. So this is Christian Downey. Also, I graduated in cinema and media studies. Want a job in the film industry because you have to know he's the best film director ever. Public health? Okay.
Yes, it's public policy. You also mentioned I sprained my foot. Thank you so much. What did you do with it? I sprained my foot. I want to applause for it.
Okay. Well, this is Sarah Mullo, who is very happy to report that she has a double major in cinema and media studies and public health. She also has a minor in Russian studies. She's looking for a job and will find one, and unfortunately has to report that she sprained her foot. Things happen. It will be a good luck sign. Ilana Mayman. Everybody here knows Ilana, a cinema and media studies major who still is the president of the Maryland Filmmakers Club and researched for 2 projects this year, one on Jean-Luc Godard, bravo, and another on Holocaust cinema. She also organized a great film festival 2 weeks ago. Congratulations, Ilana. She will be attending Maryland Abroad in Montpellier right after this semester, and will study abroad in France while applying to continue her studies in graduate school this coming fall. Congratulations. Isabel Baker, also receiving her degree in cinema and media studies. She received the very prestigious Dean Senior Scholar Award. Congratulations again, Isabel. Mark Aguilar, getting his degree in cinema and media studies. He's the first generation American and college graduate in his family. Congratulations to all in the family. He's an Incentive Awards Program student, studied abroad in Copenhagen, Denmark in fall 2023. Will be returning to Denmark in January 2026 to work with the school he attended, DIS Copenhagen, as an academic assistant in the humanities and the architecture and design department. Congratulations, Mark. Jason Leonard, receiving his degree in cinema and media studies, and attended my course. That was not too hard. Okay, congratulations, Jason. And who are you? Sorry?
My last name is Rotimi.
Oh, Rotimi, okay, I have to find, okay. Ife Noor Olawa.
Ife Rotimi is great.
Ife is great. Okay, Ife Rotimi is coming here and getting her BA in Cinema and Media Studies. Congratulations, Ife. Brandon Berger. Double major in Cinema and Media Studies and French language and literature. Bravo, Brendan. So you don't have to walk twice. That's good. Got a citation from the Arts Scholars. Received the James Harris Arts and Humanities Visionary Scholarships in 2023. Received also the Valerie Van Mark Chowdhury Endowed Scholarship for Romance Languages. Had poems featured in Stylus and studied abroad in Nice in 2023-2024. Congratulations, Brendan. See you around, hopefully. Yes. Grace Batovic is a double major in Cinema and Media Studies and Communication. Two best degrees there can be. She made the Dean's List, and her future plans is to work in film. Makes sense. Congratulations, Grace. Callista Foley. Graduate in Cinema and Media Studies, made the Dean List all 3 years here. And she graduated cum laude with a GPA 4.0 because there's not much more above. Thank you, congratulations. It is. Katie Whitcomb is double majoring in Cinema and Media Studies as well as in English. And she was on the Dean's List as well. Congratulations, Katie. Crystal Torbeso has a double major, Cinema and Media Studies and Art History. She would like to thank everyone who supported her during this journey, her family, her friends, her professors, her classmates, and her TAs. It's very kind of you. She believes that the kindness, patience, and encouragement of all meant more than words can say. She was a frequent participant in the Language House chats, and she would like to explore opportunities in motion design, video editing, curatorial museum work, or any field where she can continue to learn and grow through creating. Congratulations, Christelle. Okay, so Carnival Austin has a lot of majors, 3, which is impressive. So the one I can tell about, Cinema and Media Studies. The other one is Mechanical Engineering. And the third one is Integrated Product Design. I'm sure it is really difficult. So congratulations for getting all these 3 degrees.
Okay, so I would like the candidates in Chinese, please, to rise and come all the way over here. And I would like to call Dr. Guilin Hu and Mrs. Junjun Lee Heights to present the candidates.
Hello, my name is Guilin Hu, and I'm the Chinese undergraduate student advisor, and it's my honor to introduce our wonderful Chinese students today. First, let's welcome Benjamin Tanowitz. And he's really interested in the Chinese language and culture, and he plans to travel in China and Asian countries after graduation. Congratulations, 祝贺你. And next, let's welcome Ira Valesa. And she's the undergraduate speaker today. I'm sure you all remember her. And she is a recipient of the Huayu Best Scholarship. And she studied in Taiwan for 1 summer. And she also is a Philip Merrill Presidential Scholar. And she also received the Language House Leadership and Culture Engagement Award for the Chinese cluster. Congratulations, 祝贺你. Next, let's welcome Joy Kendall. And she's a Chinese major and also a Korean minor. And she studied abroad in Seoul in fall 2023, and she stayed in the language house since spring 2024. And she is a recipient of the Chin Calligraphy Scholarship, and she's also on the Dean's list. Congratulations, 祝贺你. And next, let's welcome Rebecca Arnold. And she studied abroad in Copenhagen, Denmark, and Munich, Germany in summer 2024. And she is studying terrorism and counterterrorism from a European perspective. And while she is doing her undergraduate study, she's actually completing a master's degree in international relations here at UMD. And she's going to get her master's degree in next year. Yes, congratulations, 祝贺你. And next, let's welcome Alison Aki Parrish. And she's a double major in Chinese and information science, and she's a mentor of the Language House for the Japanese cluster. And she's the co-president of the Japanese American Student Association, and she's also a Huayu Best Scholarship recipient. And after graduation, she plans to do a graduate study in Japan. Congratulations, 祝贺你.
Last but not least, we ask the candidates in Arabic, please, to stand and come all the way over here to the thing. And Dr. Valerie Anishenkova and Mr. Luft Akbetsi, please represent the candidate.
Hello, everybody. Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban. I'm Valerie Anishenkova. I'm Associate Professor of Arabic Studies, and I'm happy to present our last but not least group of graduates today from Arabic Studies. And the first is Fahima Shariwala. Fahima participated in the Arabic flagship program, and she also studied abroad in Muscat, Amman. In addition to the Arabic Studies major, she's receiving BS in Information Science, and she was on the Dean's list for 7 semesters in the College of Information, and she also is pursuing a master's degree, hopefully, inshallah, in Arabic at the University of Maryland. Congratulations. Catherine Halsall. Catherine was also a member of the Arabic Flagship Program and the Arabic Capstone Year Certificate recipient, and she has just commissioned as ensign in the U.S. Navy yesterday, right? Lucky Star Khalil. Lucky Star would like to expand her Arabic studies in the future. Her plans are to work as an interpreter for the government and also for the refugee community. Alf Mabruk. And Lucky Star was also the member of the Arabic flagship community. Firial Frilu, Arabic flagship capstone year recipient and a Boren very prestigious competitive scholarship, and she will be spending her year in Morocco. After that, Firial will be fulfilling their Boren award requirement in the federal government, inshallah. Talia. And our last graduate today, Talia Lloyd. So Arabic was her fourth language, but she wants you to know that that is her favorite, right? Talia also wanted everybody to know that her experiences with Arabic changed her trajectory in her education, and she is hoping to use her Arabic studies in the future, and she is hopefully will be working for the for the Capitol Police in Washington, D.C., inshallah.
All right, thank you, everyone. Wow, what a wonderful day. What a wonderful room of graduates going all over the world, studying all kinds of different fields, from chemistry to bioengineering to film production to all kinds of other things. It's absolutely amazing. Please, everybody in the audience, join me in giving a huge round of applause for these graduates. Yes. And now for the most fun I have all year. Will the graduates please stand up? To officially mark your status as newly minted SLLC graduates and graduates of UMD, please move your tassels from the right to the left. Don't sit down yet. Please turn around. Turn around to face your friends and family members and give them please, graduates, clap for all of these people who are here for you today, for everything they have done to get you to where you are now. Okay, now you can turn around and you may sit down for just a few seconds if you wish, but please also join me in giving a very warm round of applause to the faculty members gathered here who are representing their programs and who have supported you in many, many ways throughout your journey here. I'd like to thank our speakers today, Ira Valesa and Delegate Peña Melnick. The dean had to duck out because she was supposed to be somewhere at 5 sharp for the official graduation, which happens in not so long from now. I'd also like to express my deepest appreciation to the staff members of SLLC, without whom none of today would have been possible. Valerie, Ashley, Janelle, Nico, and Barb. And for a small taste, pun intended, of what these staff members do, please join us afterwards, after this ceremony, for a reception in Knight Hall, which is across the parking lot. We look forward to seeing you there. And finally, just a logistical reminder before we adjourn, please, friends and families, please remain seated until the faculty and graduates leave the auditorium. And once again, congratulations to the SLLC class of 2025.
just woke up from a dream where you and I had to say goodbye. And I don't know what